Greetings, y'all! I'm sure everyone has heard already by now that Rec Room is shutting down on June 1st. It's really depressing, I know, but there's a really cool thing Rec Room did because of this, which is giving the ability to export not only rooms, but inventions as well. And in today's video, I don't know if tutorials have already been done, but I'm going to show you how, because as the epic 3D artist that I am, I can show you the tips and tricks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse me. I cannot believe it. Alright, so y'all should be able to see my menu now. You can see what things I hover over, but you may not be able to see my mouse. But I'll say what I click on as I go. To export a room, you have to be a owner or co-owner of that room. So you want to go up to create here or down at the bottom, right here. Click on any room you'd like to export. I have like probably, I think literally hundreds of them. As you can see, I've been exporting template rooms. I've already done a lot of them, but literally all you have to do while you're in the My Rooms tab, you click the room you want to export and go up to settings here. Then in the main settings right here, you want to scroll down just a tiny bit. It's right under the room name. You just click that. And I've been keeping all the advanced options exactly the way they are, all checked. You just click start download. It will take a second. Here, I might as well just do it. I've already done it, but I'll just show you what it looks like. It'll do this for a little bit. Depending on how complicated the room is or the invention is, if there's a lot of shapes or whatnot, it may take longer. This is where I've been exporting all of my rooms. At the very bottom here, you can see that I just exported this one. Now, the 3D object itself is going to be in the sub room right here. As you can see, 3D object. But if you want to use this in a 3D program, or I assume in Unity as well, you'll have to go back to where the original folder is, and you'll notice that it is zipped. So what you want to do is right-click on it, and click Extract All. Then click Extract. It should automatically open the extracted folder, and you can use this one to actually import the 3D object into whatever you'd like. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this 3D object into Blender, and keep all the settings exactly the way it is. Click the Import button at the bottom, and as you can see, almost instantly, because this is not a very large room at all, this is a fun fact, this is actually my very first created room, I'm pretty sure. It's got all the textures perfectly the way it's supposed to be. It is beautiful. Now, you may notice that Rec Room original objects might not export. I don't think Rec Room likes the idea of that. I'm not too sure. I have my own copies of every single Rec Room original object, but that's just for my own use. Don't ask how I got it, okay? It's classified information. With inventions that you own, you want to get out your maker pen, open your menu, click palette here at the bottom. And you know what? Just for laughs, let's go ahead and export Willsmeister's face here. What you want to do is, whenever you have your invention selected, aka Willsmeister's face for me, click the little info button right here. That'll open up the details, and you may be able to see this big download button right here. That's what you want to click. It's basically the same as a room export, but the options are just a little bit different. There's an option missing. But for the most part, I just keep everything exactly the way it is, and I click Start Download. And it can just open directly in my 3D viewer, which is kind of rad. I wonder if I can do that with rooms as well. Oh, I can! Wow! But yeah, that's that. You can just go throughout your entire menu here and export whatever you can export. Now, this is a free DeLorean invention I got a long time ago. And as you can see, it exported beautifully. Oh, wow, look at that. It takes neon objects and actually adds an emission value when in Blender. That is awesome. Now, as you can see, I brought in the invasion room. Don't ask me how I got this. This classified information. But as you can see, it exported immaculately. It is so beautiful. As you can see, I'm kind of laggy right now. That's not because of OBS or anything, but I'm like genuinely lagging. And that is because if I select everything, you'll notice there's 9,000 objects up here selected. Something I like to do to increase performance whenever messing with Blender objects is select everything by pressing A. Make sure any cameras or lights or anything like that isn't selected, because that might mess it up. But yeah, select A and then right click anywhere on the screen and go down to Parent right here, and then go down to clear and keep transformation. Click that. As you can see, this whole menu just opened up with every single individual object. That's what we want, because now we can go up to select here at the top left, hover over select all by type, and go down to empty. Select empty. There's not going to be that much, but just delete those, because those can be a nuisance sometimes. But now what you want to do to increase performance in your room, if you don't plan on animating certain objects or moving them in general, you want them to be completely static, this is what you want to do to heavily increase performance in case there's any vertices overlapping that are completely unnecessary and just adding extra geometry to your scene that isn't really needed. Now, real quick, I'm going to go into render view for a second just to show you what it looks like right now before we do anything at all. Now, this is where things can kind of mess up a little bit. As you can see, there's a little weird thing happening over here with the window. I'm not sure if that's in-game or not, but something very noticeable is all this glitchiness right here. That's not very good. I can also see a little corner turn here where it kind of glitches out a little bit. I'm going to show you how to solve these things, but at the same time, I want you to keep in mind that this could mess up other things. Now, what we're going to do back in Blender is, well, I'm going to actually back up my camera a little bit just so you can see a little bit more of what might be going on, because I have noticed stuff with this thing glitch out as well. The thing that you may want to do to help solve this problem, or some problems like it, is select a bunch of objects at once, not too much because it could get overwhelmed, and not give you the option when you right-click to press join. You want to be able to press join, so just press that whenever you have the correct amount of items pressed. There you go. As you can see, it's all one object now, but it's still super laggy. Doing this alone will not fix the lagginess, so just keep that in mind. But once you have a bunch of things into one object, press H when you have it selected. It will hide it for now. Don't worry, it won't delete it or anything. You'll still be able to access it later. We just don't need it right now. Repeat this process until your entire map is joined into one object. Also, whenever it gives you the join button, but it's grayed out, hold shift and press a new object. This will give it a yellow outline instead of an orange one. That means it's your active object, and you need that to be highlighted so that you can merge it all into one object. Boom. Hide. Select more. Select another object because it's not letting me. Join. Hide. When you do this, sometimes if you select a bunch, but it still allows you to select that many, it may be laggy because you're selecting so much. But don't worry, if you wait it out, it should work fine. Now, as you can see, everything is hidden, so we have completed everything, basically. You want to go up to the top right here, click the, little, kind of wide U, if you will. It's actually an eyeball. But you click it, and it'll show the eye, and you hold it, and you drag down to unhide everything else. Now the really cool part comes because you can select the big chunks and merge those, which shouldn't take that much time because all these small bits are already merged together, so it should be relatively fast. There we go. Now, as you can see, the only objects in the scene is the robot guy and the entire map. We really got to increase performance with this. So, something I like to do to increase performance is when you have the entire room selected that you want to do this with, or the entire object, select tab. That will bring you into edit mode. Now, as you can see, you might already be able to tell that there's a lot of overlapping things. This should just be carpet, but there's a lot of extra stuff going on here. And you might notice some flickering on some objects. That's also something that is unnecessary. If you don't already see everything in a yellowish hue, press A, and that should make you select all faces on the object that you have highlighted and currently in edit mode with. Now, as everything is selected, what you want to do is press M. That will bring up the merge menu, and you want to click by distance. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you can see, boom, we have over 350,000 vertices removed. And if we come out of edit mode by pressing tab again, you almost cannot tell a difference at all, other than seems like there's a little bit more speed with the camera, which is kind of nice. As you can see, I'm not lagging nearly as much. Now, it's not even done rendering, and I can already tell that there's no more glitchiness happening with these lines here. And the window here, it looks much better. It still looks a bit messed up, but regardless, it looks significantly better than it did. There's still a little bit of weirdness happening over here. Now, one thing to keep in mind on very smooth corners, this might mess a few things up because it will notice like vertices that are lined up in a certain way to make things look smooth. It might take those and mess with them a little bit, causing these lines here. These were supposed to be corners kind of like this, kind of smooth, almost unnoticeable, but instead it put a little crease in them, which is not very ideal depending on what you're trying to accomplish. But if you need an extra level of clarity or anything like that, if you want really sharp scenes basically, what you want to do is go back into edit mode and press M again and click by distance. By default, it is set to this amount right here. Now, while this menu is still up, what you want to do is click it and change the value to what you see fit. As you can see, it just deleted 28,000 more vertices. If that's not an amount that you feel very good with, you can always press Control and press Z together and undo it. Now, if you do it too much, it could get rid of a lot of detail, so be careful on how much exactly you remove, because already it seems like from the first time we did it, it was already too much for this line here. But for the most part, the rest of it looks pretty good. You might need to tweak individual shapes themselves. I know it may be a hassle, but whatever looks best to you is key. Personally, I think the first time we did it did just fine for what we were trying to accomplish, which was reduce lag and make it look just a little bit better. Alrighty, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it was very useful to you. I would really love to hear that. Please make sure you're exporting as many rooms and inventions as possible. It doesn't take up that much space, at least on my computer. I've noticed that basically just about every room I've exported altogether is about 2 or 3 gigabytes, which is not that much at all. But if you'd like to keep all of your creations, make sure to export them. Please export your rooms and your inventions. We can literally keep Rec Room alive in that way. This is a way to immortalize your elegant works of art. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out a lot. I hope you save your creations, and I hope y'all have an immaculate day. Peace out, gamers.